Welcome back to the channel, family. Before we get into today's story, I want you to pause for a second and think about this question. Have you ever heard a single, simple comment that didn't sound dramatic at all, yet somehow changed the way you saw yourself forever? Not a long speech, not a public apology, just a few calm words that quietly rewired your confidence. Keep that thought close, because today's story is exactly about that kind of moment. I had many options. That was it. No hype, no grand explanation. Just one honest sentence from Arden Cho that sent ripples through an entire fandom, and according to many fans, quietly helped Cha Eun-woo find his confidence again. Now let's rewind a bit. Cha Eun-woo has always been described using the same words: perfect visuals, unreal face card, born idol, walking sculpture. And while those compliments sound dreamy, there's a side to them that people don't talk about enough. When you're constantly praised for how you look, it can slowly overshadow everything else you work hard for. Your acting, your effort, your growth, your doubts. If you've followed Cha Eun-woo for years, you know he has never been loud about his struggles. He smiles, works, shows up, and delivers. But fans have noticed moments, subtle interviews, quiet pauses, careful answers, where it felt like he was carrying the pressure of expectations heavier than most people realized. The unspoken question always lingered. Is he here because of his talent, or just his face? And then came Arden Cho. When Arden Cho spoke about working with Cha Eun-woo and casually said, "I had many options," the internet froze for a second. Not because it was controversial, but because of what it wasn't. It wasn't forced praise. It wasn't scripted admiration. It wasn't because he's famous or because he's popular. It was choice. Let's sit with that for a moment. I had many options means she wasn't cornered. She wasn't pressured. She wasn't obligated. She chose him. And that choice spoke louder than any compliment ever could. Fans immediately picked up on the weight of that sentence. In an industry where casting decisions are often questioned, doubted, or attributed to popularity, Arden Cho's comment cut through the noise with quiet clarity. She didn't say he was the most handsome. She didn't say he was the biggest star. She simply implied that among many capable people, Cha Eun-woo stood out enough to be chosen. Imagine how that must have landed for him. If you've ever worked hard while wondering whether people truly see your effort, you'll understand this deeply. Sometimes confidence doesn't come from applause. It comes from being chosen without explanation. From knowing that someone saw your value without needing to list reasons. After that comment, fans started noticing small but meaningful shifts. Cha Eun-woo's interviews felt lighter. His laughter came easier. His posture changed. Not dramatically, but subtly. He seemed more grounded, more present, more comfortable in his own space. The kind of confidence that doesn't need to announce itself. And here's where I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed how real confidence often arrives quietly? It doesn't always show up as bold declarations or flashy moments. Sometimes it shows up as relaxed shoulders, steadier eye contact, a softer smile, a person no longer trying to prove anything. Many fans believe in Cha Eun-woo something rare in the entertainment industry. Validation without performance. Not validation tied to ratings, charts, or trending hashtags, but validation tied to personal choice and respect. And that hits differently. What made the moment even more powerful was Arden Cho's own credibility. She's known for being thoughtful, selective, and grounded. When someone like that says, "I had many options," it doesn't sound dismissive. It sounds intentional. It frames Cha Eun-woo not as the obvious choice, but as the right one. Think about how often Cha Eun-woo has probably been introduced as the visual or the handsome one. Now imagine hearing, indirectly, you were chosen because you were the best fit. Not the prettiest, not the safest, the best fit. That kind of recognition doesn't inflate ego, it stabilizes it. Fans also pointed out how this moment shifted the conversation around Cha Eun-woo online. Instead of endless debates about visuals, more people started discussing his acting range, his emotional restraint, his work ethic, and the way he listens to his co-stars. The narrative slowly widened. He was no longer just admired, he was respected. And respect builds confidence differently than praise. Let's be honest here. Cha Eun-woo has always had fans, but confidence isn't built by fans alone. It's built by peers, by collaborators, by people who see you in work mode, not not idle mode. When someone who worked with you says they chose you despite having other options, that lands in a place no fan comment ever could. So let me ask you this. If you were Cha Eun-woo, how would that sentence make you feel? Relieved? Validated? Maybe all of the above. What's beautiful about this story is that Arden Cho probably didn't intend to change everything. She wasn't trying to spark headlines. She wasn't making a statement. She was just being honest. And sometimes honesty, when spoken calmly, has the strongest impact. This moment also reminds us how powerful our words can be, even when we don't realize it. A simple sentence, no exaggeration, no drama, just truth. And yet it became a turning point in how fans perceived Cha Eun-woo, and perhaps how he perceived himself. If there's one takeaway here, it's this. Confidence doesn't always come from proving people wrong. Sometimes it comes from realizing that someone chose you when they didn't have to. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Do you think Arden Cho's comment really helped Cha Eun-woo regain his confidence? Or do you think it simply revealed a confidence that was already there, waiting for the right moment to surface? Have you ever experienced a situation where a small, unexpected comment changed the way you saw yourself? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them, and I love seeing how differently everyone interprets moments like this. If you enjoyed this kind of deep dive storytelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who believes confidence has to be loud to be real. Sometimes all it takes is one quiet sentence to change everything.